These were some students on strike in 1951 who were tired. These were some of the videos, some of the things they were going through during the civil rights era. You can see what he said. For 400 years, black people have suffered discrimination and all kinds of abuse, right? So they've been fighting 1951 all the way till today. Nothing has changed. Oh, and then this is I'm sure Victor, you'll be enthused with this portion. How Freemasons, how they got into the whole civil rights struggle, right? Most of our so-called civil rights, leaders were all Freemasons. Something they wouldn't tell you either. So you can see the founder of Freemason, what they call him Prince Hall, right? The founder of Black Freemasonry in the United States, right? Freemasonry actually started from ancient Egypt, which is from Africa, by the way. But here in the U.S., this man right here, up there, right up there to your left, right there, he was the one that started the Prince Hall Freemasonry, right? And he established the African Lodge, right? So they secured support from British Freemasons to establish African Lodge number 459. Don't forget this. It was chartered by the Grand Lodge of England in 1784. So for those of you who keep telling me, oh, Freemasonry, yeah, they championed the cause for black people. No. If it was chartered by the British, right, it was chartered by the Grand Lodge of England, right? They had support from the British Freemasons. You actually think they're doing it for you? No. Right? And then over 4,500 lodges worldwide are descended from this group, right? Now known as the Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Massachusetts. So I don't buy that whole argument, right? Because once they are Freemasons and they were from the British era, the British still run everything through the so-called Black Freemasons. So I don't buy that whole argument, right? This was some of the early Freemasons. And don't forget the women too. And they were all Christians, right? All these Freemasons were Christians. A lot of you ignorant people, religious people, don't know anything about this either. That these are all Freemasons who were Christians. So you can see, these are some of their books. This is one of the chairs, the chair that Prince Hall actually used, right? So you can see right here some of the artifacts regarding it. But what should interest you most, Christians, should be this, right? This is a Freemason Bible, right? You can see right there. These are Masonic burial services. The book for their Masonic, once a Freemason dies, this is the book they use to bury the person. Right? This is the fez. The fez has more spiritual implications to it. Every part of the fez has a meaning, right? But these are stuff that they wouldn't tell you either. And this started from Africa as well. If you watch a lot of Ewe, Igbo, Yoruba, priests and older generation, they wear a lot of these fez, especially Ewes, right? They always have this type of fez in Ghana, if you know, and Yoruba and Igbo from Nigeria as well. They wear this fez. But then, these Freemasons, Western Freemasons, copied all this, and then they had their own twist to it. You can see, this looks like the Gmail, right? This is the apron they wear. Gmail. If you look at Gmail, the logo of Gmail, this is exactly what it looks like. So most of you do not even understand what's going on, right? You have no idea what's going on in this world. And then the Order of the Eastern Star, which is the woman part of it, right? They are so intertwined, right, with our history as well. And then
Thank you.
You're good?
Trying to go live.
Oh. No, you're good. If you want to say something, you're good. Oh, you're a Freemason.
He is a Freemason.
Okay. Oh, that's why you were paying attention to what I was saying, right? Okay. Nice to meet you, sir. Same here. So, the rites and passages, right? The rites and rituals, right? If you understand the word rite, if you understand the word ritual, take a dictionary and look into it, right? It has different meanings. So they tell you there's the symbols, the rituals, you know, and it tells you all this comes from Egypt, right? Let me read the entire thing. Like other secret societies, Freemasonry is known for its elaborate system of codes, right? Symbols and rituals. FOI, you should come and listen to this, right? This is for you. And my brother Victor too will be interested in this portion, right? So for African American members, Masonic teachings that drew on the Bible, right? These Freemasons use the Bible. Christians, right? Other Masonic traditions that celebrated the knowledge of ancient civilizations, including Egypt, offered a connection to African cultural heritage and a positive black identity to counter racist views. Right? So they took all of this from Egypt. Our African ancestors taught them. Our people still have the Freemasonic knowledge. But then the Westerners, changed it. They added their own twist to it. Again, these are all Masonic artifacts. Those of you who school here in the US, you might be familiar with all these fraternities, right? This is the Sigma Pi Phi fraternity. Oh man, it's pathetic. It's sad. My people are so lost into some of these things. They join all these fraternities and they think that they actually they belong, right? They join all this because all this whom starts from all these fraternities, the Grand Bolet. But in actual fact, they are all Freemasons. They are all branches of Freemasons. And it's telling you here. I didn't say it. I've been telling you this, but some of you do not believe me. It's here. They're telling you here in the museum, right? That they are all portions of Freemason. Like, they tell you the Brotherhood, right? Okay. So the Freemasonry was also started, the Black Freemasonry, the Prince Hall Freemasonry, was started because they wanted to belong. They wanted to have that sense of belongingness, that association where they'll have that benefit, mutual benefit of helping advance the racism and the discrimination and all of that we're going through. Right? Nothing. Oh, I couldn't read that. So, again, these are some of the organizations, Greek letter organizations that most of you who school here in this country, you go through, right? They are fraternities and sororities. You can see right here, fraternities and sororities. So all this Alpha chapter, Kappa chapter, Pi chapter, all this Beta, all these chapters, right? With all these symbols and codes in there. They are all Freemasons. And they are all Christians too. Okay, so this is another one, Morgan State College. And some of the famous Freemasons here. This is the first black Supreme Court judge. I can't remember his name. I think his name should be here. Yeah. Thurgood Marshall, right? The first African American Supreme Court justice and member was an Alpha Pi Alpha fraternity member, right? He was a Freemason. Norma Elizabeth Boyd, right? Another Freemason. And then John Lewis, also a Freemason. I've posted about all three of them on my page. Especially when they're celebrating their birthdays, I usually post. Oh, so you saw me. I don't know if you heard about my interaction with the Freemason. When I was going in on the Freemason part of it, he stood right by me and was listening in, right? So after I spoke to him, he showed me his ring, his Freemason ring. I mean, I'm not scared of them. I talk about Freemasons all the time. They are all scammers, right? They are all scammers. I'm not scared of them. And he was there, and this is a Caucasian, right? He was standing right next to me when I was talking about Freemasons. I'm not scared of them. I talk about them all the time. They are scammers. They scam the public. These are all Freemasons, African American Freemasons, right? Early Freemasons that, and then St. Jude, right? The order, the Independent Order of St. Jude. This is a Christian. These are all Christian organizations. As you can see, Madam Maggie Walker, right, with the cross. One day we'll go deeper into the cross, where the cross originated from. Why Constantine decided that he saw a cross in his dream and decided to make it the symbol of Christianity. Some of you are just lost. You don't even understand what your symbols mean, right? See the cross right there, Freemason, right? Independent Order of St. Luke. Again, the all-seeing eye. You can see right there. The Masonic handshake right there, right? It's all there. It's all there for you to see. You just have to open your eyes. So that's Madame Maggie Walker right there, right? She was one of a pioneering and charismatic figure who led the Independent Order of St. Luke to national prominence. So you can see the involvement of Freemasonry even in our national history. The fact that they were very much involved, right, in the so-called civil rights, emancipation and all of that. Most of our African leaders as well. Most of your presidents, right? Ghanaian presidents, Ghanaian leaders, even during the independence struggle, most of them were Freemasons. They wouldn't teach you this, in your schools, right? Now you have the great James Baldwin, right? I've posted about him several times. James Baldwin, Another Country. That's a novel from him, and he's a great activist as well. And then you have Shirley right here, another activist. And then you have the famous activist Muhammad Ali, right? Muhammad Ali, I shook up the world, making a way out of no way, right? Muhammad Ali, you already know who Muhammad Ali is, right? Muhammad Ali, whose name was Cassius Clay, right, was one of the boxing's greatest champions. But his legacy transcends the world of sport. So he wasn't just about sport. He was always criticizing, talking about racism, heightening the profile of the Nation of Islam, and raise awareness of the Vietnam War, right? So this is a call on all these so-called celebrities who are always quiet on national issues. They don't want to talk. Muhammad Ali is an example, right? He was using his prominence around the world to talk about social issues that were going on there, racial justice issues. Garrett Augustus Morgan, I've posted about him before, the one who invented the gas mask. This is the gas mask. He had other innovations as well. So he was a black man, he invented the gas mask. So that's it right here. This is his artifacts about him. I've posted it. If you go to my page and you type his name, right, Garrett Augustus Morgan, you see him right there, up there on the top left hand corner. And some of you already know what this is, right? If you live in Ghana or any part of Africa or the Caribbean, you know what this is. So African history is actually American history. See, we call it Bobo Kania and the other one, the lantern, right? You know what this is, right? Growing up, we used to have this in almost every home. So in the 1800s and 1970s, right, they were using all of this. Bobo Kania, you remember Bobo Kania, right? We're using Bobo Kania and all that. So these were some of the depictions. I think I missed this part. Let me go back in there and see what's in here. Okay, so Muhammad Ali again. This is a section for Muhammad Ali. That's him right there with the people, right? On demonstrations, right? So I'm calling on all these sports people to start talking about the crazy nonsense that's going on in Ghana. They have to, join the call, use their voice to speak like Muhammad Ali did. That's him right there in another, this time in Zaire, right, 1974, in Kinshasa, in Africa. He was there in Africa. That's him again with an ambassador from Nigeria, right? His name is Brother Rudolph. So that's Muhammad Ali with Malcolm X and a Nigerian ambassador. And if you know Muhammad Ali, his connection to Ghana is massive, and Africa in general. He was with Nkrumah many times. That's again with the famous James Brown. I feel good. The guy that sang that song, right? This was in Zaire, James Brown and Muhammad Ali in 1974. And then that's him again with Malcolm X. That's him in Zaire again, 1974, when he had that famous fight. It was a Clash in the Jungle. That was the fight that year. That's him again with the people, right? That's him on journey to Mecca, when he went to Mecca. He was a Muslim, for those of you who don't know. That's him with Mandela. That's him with,